Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, in this class we start with the 24th problem. So, I already told you in the previous class. So, now from 23rd problem onwards, we are in a discussion about additional exercise problems. Okay, right. So, now it is 24th problem. See here. The neutron separation energy is defined to be the energy required to remove a neutron from a nucleus. Right? So, this is what definition of neutron separation energy. Definition of neutron separation energy. Right? So, neutron separation energy means which is the energy required to remove a neutron from a nucleus is defined as, okay ma. So, as simple as such, you just keep in mind neutron separation energy is the energy required to remove a neutron from a nucleus. Okay, right. Full stop. Next. Obtain the neutron separation energy of the nuclei. Obtain the neutron separation energies of the nuclei calcium 4120 and aluminium 2713. Okay, right. From the following data, right? So, to solve this problem, I mean to calculate neutron separation energies for the nucleus, I mean calcium 4120 and aluminium 2713, we need some data, right? So, that's the data here they have given. You know, that is for mass of neutron, 1.008665 AMU, and for calcium 4020, the mass will be 39.962591 AMU, and for calcium 4120, the mass is 40.962278 AMU, and for aluminium 2613, the mass is, right, here for aluminium 2613, the mass is 25.986895 AMU, and after that at last mass of aluminium 2713 is 26.981541 AMU. Okay, right. So, these are the values like constant values they have given to solve this problem, that is to find neutron separation energies of the nuclei calcium 4120 and aluminium 2713. Okay, right. Okay, to solve this problem, I mean to find neutron separation energies for the nucleus, I mean calcium 4120 and aluminium 2713, this data we must need. Okay ma, right. And before entering into the problem, before entering into the answer, what is meant by what is meant by neutron separation energy, right? So, what is meant by neutron separation energy? So, neutron separation energy is defined to be the energy required to remove a neutron from a nucleus. Okay, right. And there are two things, ma. So one is calcium 4120, another one is aluminum 2713. Okay, right. Even before going to calculate neutron separation energy of calcium 4120, you just see here neutron separation energy Sn, right? Neutron separation energy, right? Neutron separation energy Sn of a nucleus XAZ is given by, see here, that is what Sn is equal to Mn, right? Mn, into Xa minus 1 Z plus Mn minus, this is what Xaz, that is what mass of, okay, and Mn into C square, right? So this is the expression for neutron separation energy of Xaz. So that is what like for example, because we didn't consider the nucleus, either calcium 4120 or aluminum 2713. So whatever it may, we didn't consider, simply just like deriving a formula like that, okay, right. That is equal to, see here, that is what Xa minus 1 Z plus ZME, right, plus ZME plus here Mn minus, this is what minus, Mn, it is Xaz plus ZME, right, into C square, right. You can see here, that is what into C square is there, right. Observe carefully, this is what C square, right, into C square, okay. And after that, because of cancellation of some terms, finally you can write it as Xa minus 1 Z plus Mn minus here Xaz into C square. This is what whole term will be in the bracket, then multiplied by C square. Here, Mn is the nuclear mass and M is the atomic mass, right? M is the atomic mass and Mn is the nuclear mass, right? We need not to confuse here. So everything is clear. If we assume a nucleus as Xaz, you can write the expression for neutron separation energy, right? Not a nucleus separation energy, right? Don't confuse, See, it's very clear. Neutron separation energy, right? Even in my pronunciation, I mean, when I am saying, is there any chance to make a mistake, you just please consider the theory, okay? That purpose, I have written problem very clearly, right? Neutron separation energy, right? See here, so this is what neutron separation energy, if you assume, that is what Xaz as an example, Xaz as an example, that is Xa minus 1 Z plus Mn minus M into Xaz, this whole term is multiplied by C square, this is what, right. Now it's very clear, you can go for, that is, you can go for calculation of neutron separation energies for calcium 4120 and aluminum 2713, okay, right. First we will go for calcium 4120. See here, neutron separation energy of calcium 4120 is given by, see here, Sn, right, see this, Sn 4120, see here, right. So it is this you have to write, okay, it is 4020 because 41 means here A minus 1, no, that's why 40, plus Mn minus M of 4120, as it is, into C square, okay, right. Now you substitute the values because they have given some data. I told you this data also important for us to solve the problem, okay, right. 39.962521, that is for Ca 4020, right, see here. And afterwards it is what Mn 1.008665 minus calcium 4120, see here, it is 40.962278, okay, into we are converting into million electron volt, that is what 931 million electron volt, okay, 931 million electron volt, that is equal to 8.36 million electron volt. This is what neutron separation energy of calcium 4120. Calcium 4120. Okay, right. And now we are going for now we are going to calculate neutron separation energy of aluminum 2713, right? E is given by, right? The process is same. Process is same. See, that is what neutron separation energy of aluminum 2713 is equal to, here m into, see here a minus 1 is there, that's why 2613 Al plus Mn as it is, and minus m of, right, the same thing whatever is here that we have to write here into c square. Okay, now you substitute the values. See here, see already here it's very clear, right? And in that place you have to write the values. Okay, see here. So what is that Al 2613 mass? See here, that is what here 25,986,895 okay, plus Mn, that is what 1.008665 okay, 1.008665 okay. Afterwards, if you observe carefully here, see this, see here, that is what after completion of that writing Mn value, after that minus m into 2713 Al. Okay, that is what here. So see that this is what Mn value we know. So here also we write the same value we have to write 1.008665, and at last you have to write Al 2713. Okay, Al 2713 means here you can see that is what see here, that value 26.981 and 541, that value we have to write here into 931 MeV, right? See the light more exactly 931 MeV, right? Okay, so do this process mathematically, I mean adding of these two and subtracting out this value will give us 0.0140, right? See here, 0.014019, okay, 0.40, and then see here 0.014019 into 931 MeV is equal to 13.05 million electron volt. This is the neutron separation energy of aluminum 2713. Aluminum 2713. Okay, right. And this problem is a big problem, and moreover important problem, right? Not only for board point of view, this model problem also helps us when we are going to solve problems related to competitive exams. Okay, so if you remember this expression, that is what you just remember this one, then automatically you can calculate neutron separation energy of calcium, not only for calcium and not only for aluminum. So based on the given data, right? Based on the given data, whatever he is asking, that we can find. Okay, this is like formula. This is like formula that you have to keep in mind. For example, just like derivation, right? See here he took XCAZ as an example. After completion of that, he went for application. That is what applying for here to calculate neutron separation energy for calcium 4120, right? Once he applied the same thing, and while calculating neutron separation energy for aluminum 2713 also, he applied the same formula, right, here. So that we got here 8.36 million electron volts. Afterwards we got 13.05 million electron volts. Okay, right. Next problem. See here, that is what problem number 25. Okay, see this. A source contains two phosphorus radionuclides. A source contains two phosphorus radionuclides P3215. That is what they have given as a half-life, that is 14.3 days, and P3315 and half-life as 25.3 days. Okay, right. And here initially, right, this is what the information they have given ma. A source contains two phosphorus radionuclides P3215 and P3315. In the bracket they have given half-life also. Right. Initially 10% of the decays come from P3315. Initially 10% of the decays come from P3315. Full stop. How long one must wait until 90% do so? How long one must wait until 90% of the decays? See here, 10%, that is what here he is asking, until 90% to do so, right? So initially 10% of decays come from P3315, full stop. How long? So time we have to calculate. How long one must wait until 90% to do so? Okay, right. See here, this is the problem, right? Okay, see here, see the answer. Clearly, the source has initially 90% of 90% of P3215 radioactive nucleides and 10% of 3315 phosphorus radionuclides. Okay, it's very clear. The source has initially 90% of phosphorus 3215 radionuclides and 10% of they only given 10% of 3315 phosphorus radionuclides. Okay, right, full stop. Finally, say for example, after T days, say for example, after T days, after small T days, the source has 10% of 32P15, 10% of P3215 radionuclides and 90% of P3315 radionuclides. You just assume. You just assume, because 90% of P3215 over there and remaining is 10% of 3215, right? And there 10% of 3315 are there. Here 90% of 3315 radionuclides. Okay, right. So that only he is writing in terms of that is like x, by assuming x and y. See here, initial number of P3215 P nucleides 9x. So initial number of P3315, see here, P3315 nucleides is x. Okay, right. Similarly, you go for final number, right? Final number of P3215 nucleides is equal to y. See here, this is what initial number of P3215 nucleides as 9x and initial number of P3315 nucleides is x. Okay, right. Now final number of, see here, that is what observe carefully. Final number of 3215, right? Final number of 3215 P nucleides is equal to y, and here final number of 3315 P nucleides 9y, 9y. Okay, right. As you know this formula, that is n by n naught is equal to 1 by 2 whole power n, and here 1 by 2 whole power small t by capital T of, in place of n we are writing this value, small t by capital T of. Okay, right. And mathematically the same thing you can write 2 whole power minus small t by capital T of. Okay, right. From these two, this one and this one, you can write n is equal to n naught into 2 to the power of minus small t by capital T of. Okay, right. And there are two things. One is 3215, another one is 3315 of phosphorus. Okay, so for first isotope, y is equal to 9x. For first isotope, y is equal to 9x into t to the power of minus t by 14.3. See here, they have given, according to the given, 14.3. For second isotope, 9y is equal to, for second isotope, 9y is equal to x into 2 whole power minus t by 25.3. 25.3, okay, right. On dividing, so we have to divide these two so that you can get it as, 9y by y. 9y by y means 9 will come, no, is equal to x by 9x, 1 by 9, no, into, 2 to the power of t he is taking outside, ma. Then what will be remaining, right? So when he is taking t outside, the remaining will be, it is a mathematical process, right? So dividing of these two equations is pure mathematical process, okay? 2 whole power t into, small t into 1 upon, that is what, 1 divided by, right, 14.3 minus 1 divided by 25.3, okay, right. And take this 9 to this side, that is what, 81 is equal to 2 to the power of 11t, right, small t, here 11 small t divided by 14.3 into 25.3, okay, right, and taking logarithm on both the sides, okay. And the formula log a power m is equal to m log a. I will repeat once again. Log a power m is equal to m log a. So from that formula, this side is okay, log 81, but this side, log 2 to the power of this value, that is 11 small t by 14.3 into 25.3, right? Now, by using that formula, log a power m is equal to m log a, you can write like this. That is 11t divided by 14.3 into 25.3 log 2. Okay, right. Next, this value we are writing here, we are writing the values of log 81 and log 2. Okay, so on left hand side, 1.9085 is equal to right hand side 11t into, this is the value of log 2, that is 0.3010 divided by 14.3 into 25.3. Okay, right. So finally, our intention, according to the problem, we need to calculate how long one must wait until 90% to do so. Okay, right. So finally, our intention is to calculate small t. So mathematically, if you write small t as a subject, small t is equal to 1.9085 into 14.3 into 25.3 divided by 11 into 0.3010, that is equal to 208.5 days, right? 208, say 208.5 days, right? So you complete this mathematical process, then you will get it as 208.5 days, okay, right. So this is all about two problems, 24 and 25, okay, right. Once if you look at that previous problem, 24th problem, so what they have given and what he is asking, okay, right. So in this 24th problem, it is an important model. He is asking to find neutron separation energy for two nucleus, that is what, two nuclei. One is calcium 4120, another one is aluminum 2713, aluminum 2713, okay. And first he derived an expression, that is what, like deriving a formula by taking one nucleus, for example XAZ, right. He derived a formula to calculate neutron separation energy, that is what, xa minus 1z plus mn minus xaz, this is what, c square, right. So the mass of this thing and then here into c square, multiply the whole term by c square, right. Here mn is the nuclear mass and that is m is the atomic mass, okay, and m capital N means nuclear mass, right. So small n means it is what, again you have to get this value. So whatever they have given, that we have to substitute. Okay, and then small m is the atomic mass. Nothing is there, either small n or capital M is, that is what like atomic mass. Okay, right. And after knowing this formula, it is very simple to calculate neutron separation energy of calcium 4120 and for aluminum 2713. Okay, right. This is what I am saying here. Just by substituting the given data in these formulas, here we are getting neutron separation energy for calcium 4120 as 8.36 million electron volt. After that, the neutron separation energy for aluminum 2713 as 13.05 million electron volt. Okay, right. So after completion of that, we discuss the next problem, that is 25th problem, right? In 25th problem, he is asking, that is what they have given, they have given that a source contains two phosphorus radionuclides P3215 and P3315, right? So here P3215, that is what half-life is 14.3 days, and P3215 half-life is 14.3 days, and P3315 the half-life is 25.3 days. Okay, right. And he is also saying that initially 10% of the decays come from P3315. Okay, finally he is asking how long one must wait until 90% to do so, right? Okay, so it's very clear, right? It's very clear. The source has initially 90% of 3215, right? Source has initially 90% of P3215 radionuclides and 10% of P3315 radionuclides, right? So finally, say after t days, we are assuming like small t days. Now finally we will calculate what is the t value. Okay, so finally, say after small t days, the source has right, source has here whatever it may be here, according to the question, the source has 10% of P3215 radionuclides, 10% of P3315 radionuclides. Okay, right. Initially, these are the initial number of P3215 nucleides 9x, and initial number of P3315, then final number, right? Final number for 3315, that is what 9y. And by knowing this formula, right? So already this relation we know, and substituting, right? So finally we are getting this relation. Applying the log on both the sides, we got the t value as 208.5 days. Okay, right. So in our next class we will continue with 26th problem. Thank you.